Let's be real. Changing the life you've built for yourself at 25, 45, 65, or even older is hard when you don't know where to start. I'm gonna be raw with y'all. I'm right here in the boat with you, and I don't have all the answers. But what I do have is a burning knowledge that there is more to this life than how I'm living it now. And I'm trying to make a complete 180 in my life. If you're watching this, I believe you are too. So, I'm going to show you how I plan to start my journey, and I'm going to invite you along to join me. Let's get into it. Hi, I'm Ariel. I'm a brand strategist, business owner, and future MBA. I also consider myself the anti-coach. A little bit more about that later. So I initially started off in many different careers. I was a teacher in one life. I was a daycare worker in one life. I did communications in another life. And now I do marketing and brand strategy. I went through various different pathways in life trying to figure out what was right for me. And I could never figure out what job was it. Nothing felt like a fit for me. Until I realized that I wasn't meant to be in somebody's 9 to 5. No, I was meant to not even have my own business, but I was meant for freedom. And I decided to build my life into one where I could do what I love and still make money and have the freedom that I desired. One of the first steps that I decided to take after quitting my job at a digital marketing agency was to build my own business. And as I said before, I'm a brand strategist, so my business is a brand strategy business, marketing and events as well. But I decided that I wanted to get a deeper knowledge and insight, not just about the work that I do, but about my business as a whole. And so I decided to go back to school. That was the very first step I took towards building the life that I know is right for me. And after a while, I decided on Quantic School of Business and Technology. I will give a little bit more information about that in another video, but Quantic so far, this is my plug to Quantic. So far they have been A1, y'all. I have never felt so comfortable learning material. It's to the point where I could be exhausted, and I get on to the platform and I start learning and clicking on stuff, and I don't even think I'm really learning, but then I go and take that quiz and I have all the answers. I know all the answers. The learning is so effortless, and I know that I couldn't have chosen a better program for myself. One of the things that I have to do in this program, this MBA program, is to create a plan for myself, a development plan for myself and my future. And in that plan, one of my goals was to get more comfortable speaking to people, talking about myself and my business. And that is where this channel was born. You will also see me talking a little bit more about Quantic and just things related to learning how to speak in public if you're a person who is like me and is very nervous about speaking in front of a camera, speaking to other people and things like that. But overall, this channel is made for people who want to figure out how to change their lives and they don't know where to start. I'm going to give you a few pieces of advice, what I think, what I have learned through research and experience, what the best way is to get started on a goal this huge. I mean, because deciding to change your life is no small thing. You have to completely uproot some things. You have to lay the foundation in order to make sure that you carry out this goal. So you need to figure out exactly where you want to go and start and do whatever you do, pray, meditate, talk to the people you trust, or Even think about the things that you would be sad to leave this earth and never have done. Those are the things that you should be focused on in this time. You start here. Then, when you're figuring it out, make a vision board, make a list, do something in detail to map out what it is that you want to see from yourself. The second piece of advice that I would give to you is take the first step. So you've written the list, you've planned it out, right? Now you have to do it. That doesn't mean that you have to leap to the moon right away. What is the smallest piece or the smallest thing that you can do to get yourself started? For me, it was creating this channel. For me, let's go even back further than that. For me, it was writing out a script for how I would even do this video. Because if I'm honest, it was a very daunting task, but I was able to break it apart into pieces, and that made it more, that made me more able to do it. And now look, here I am doing the video. It could be 5 to 20 minutes, a step that's only 5 to 20 minutes long for you to do, but something small that you can do to start today even. Don't wait until tomorrow. You can start today. Do that thing. And as you continue on, you'll create small habits. There's a book I read. It's a book called Atomic Habits. You should definitely go read it. And it's talking about how you can take small actions towards bigger life changes. And that's basically what you need to go for in this part of the process. You don't have to go shoot for the moon right away. Take those small steps and you'll be well on your way to the next one. And then create a routine to keep it going. 3 is commit to doing it when no one is watching you. It's really easy to say that, oh, I don't have any support, or feel like you need someone by your side the entire time. But unfortunately, your goals are your own. And at some point, you're going to have to take responsibility for yourself. You are going to have to do it when no one is watching you. You're going to have to do it when no one is beside you or rooting you on. Hopefully that is never the case. But if it is the case, you have to make that commitment to yourself to do it anyway. Because your goal isn't for those people. Your goal is for you. 4, embrace discomfort. It's not going to be easy to change your life completely. It is not. Realistically, as uncomfortable as you are in the life that you have now, I promise it will be more uncomfortable to try to change your life. But that is just something that you will have to deal with in the plainest way I can say it, because we built our lives over years and years of toiling and learning and things like that. So to be able to fix it in a flick of the wrist is just unrealistic. It's not going to feel as easy as everything else has been for you thus far. So embrace that discomfort, but keep going. You've got this. Number 5, become comfortable with little f failures. I call failure, little f failure, that because a lot of times when we think of failing, we see it with a big F, as in there's no turning back from this thing that I have not done well at. But that is almost never the case. There is always something that can be learned from or adjusted when you don't do well, when you little f fail. So there's this quote that I like, and I believe it was from Kate something at Coca-Cola. So if it's you, girl, sorry, I tried to quote you, but Kate said that if you're not failing, you're not innovating. You should move from it's okay to fail to you're expected to fail. In other words, if you're not failing, you're not moving forward in life in a meaningful way. Stagnancy and complacency do not equal success. So you should make sure that when you have those little F failures, you're doing something to continue to move forward. You are learning from them in some way, and there's always a way to adjust. So as you work on changing your life completely, whatever it is that your goals are, take those little F failures as prizes. You're innovating. Good job, you. Number 6, find community. So we're not meant to do life alone. And even though I say commit to doing to reaching your goals, even when no one is watching, you should also still try to find that community. In my experience, it's most helpful for your community to be people who are either where you want to be or people who are actively working towards similar goals. They don't have to be the exact same goals, but it should be something that requires the same amount of effort that is required of you. And remember, you're trying to change your life. You're making huge life goals. So it's best to find people who are also in the middle of trying to make huge life changes as well. I've also learned that it's not very helpful to have an accountability partner who doesn't really have a stake in your change. Even if that stake is as simple as they love you and want to see you do better or want to see you reach your goals. So make sure that those people also have stake in you. 7, build up your diligence and your willpower. There is nothing that can wreck you reaching your goals like a lack of willpower. But thankfully, there is a way that you can build this up. I definitely think I should talk more about this in another video. And if y'all think so, put it down in the comments. Let me know if this is interesting to you. But one of the most important things that you need to do is build up that diligence and willpower. You cannot make a significant change without having a strong willpower or committing to being diligent even when it doesn't feel good, even when you are failing, even when nobody's watching. All of those things, everything may not always go well for you. And willpower and diligence will help you keep going even after that, even after those things aren't working. One of the things that we talked about was building community. And I think that's so important. For me, I struggle to find community to do the things that I want to do. So I decided that I'm going to build my own. I think that we often go wrong by trying to reach up, trying to find somebody who's up there doing what we want to do. But one of my favorite things that someone has ever said was Issa Rae, actually. And she was talking about how she didn't reach up to get to where she is now. She reached across. She reached to people who were in her same boat, trying to do the same things that she's doing. And that is how she made it to the place that she is now. So allowing other people to walk with you on the journey and support you, and you supporting them, is a way to make sure you reach your goals. I think I want to do something like build a Facebook group or something like that, to where everybody in this community, the people who are watching me, we can all get together and reach across, find people, find those accountability partners, find the people who are doing the things we want to do, or even people who are where we want to be, and building that community. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. I'm going to drop a link or something, let y'all know a little bit later when I finally do that, part of my reaching goals. So I'm going to help you keep me accountable with that. That is all I have for now. If you like this video, please press the like button, click and subscribe for more. I am definitely going to continue making more of these videos with hopefully content that you enjoy. And if there's something that you want to see, even if it's about my school journey at Quantic, if it's about my business, whatever it is, let me know and I'll be happy to talk more about that and make a video. Thank y'all for watching.